Hello! Wow, this video looks so much better. I have been testing with a lot of lighting and things because I know I don't always have the most consistent lighting for these sorts of videos. So let me know if you like this because I'm kind of digging it. Anyway, today I'm excited because we're doing yet another Q&A. Now I haven't done a Q&A for a while, and this is actually going to be my third. However, I have made one of them private since I'm doing a lot of Q&As and they have the same sort of questions, but I always love answering them because sometimes we just get some really good questions. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop into it. I feel like I usually do a few minutes of an intro, but we're not doing that for this one because you guys probably just want to get right into the questions. So first one, how are you amazing and so talented and lovely and perfect? First of all, thank you. That's so sweet. You guys are just so absolutely amazing and supportive and just the nicest. How? I don't know. You know, I'm just being myself. I feel like I've really opened up since, you know, I first started YouTube. I think after being in front of the camera for a while, my personality's just been showing through more. So knowing that you guys like my personality it's really nice, and you are just as amazing, perfect, and lovely. You're amazing. Favorite color? That would be blue. If you can't tell, my room is pretty much grays and lots of blue. I love blue. I used to like pink. Used to be my favorite color, but now I just really like blue. It reminds me of the ocean and the water and the sky, you know, just everything calming about nature is for the most part blue. And green, which is why you can find a lot of plants in my room. Favorite small YouTuber? Honestly, all of you guys are so amazing, but if I could only name a few, I would say Sage's Sketchbook, Eve Harvey Arts, or Eve Harvey, it's not probably Arts, it's Eve Harvey, Minty's Sketchbook, Raichu, Lemon Doodles. I could go on and on, I really could. 3 of my least favorite colors. That would be black, bright yellow. I do not like bright yellow. I just don't. I mean, being a highlighter, it's okay, but just highlighter yellow as a color in general, it's not my favorite. Coral isn't my most favorite color, like coral peach, like with that orangey tone to it. It's not my favorite. Favorite hobbies, music and snack. Okay, favorite hobby, drawing, singing, dancing sometimes. I don't take classes for any of those, but I just do it. Music, my favorite music, I just really like the calming, sometimes just piano instrumentals. I love it. You can listen to it while you work, you can listen to it in your room, it just sets the atmosphere, it really does. Did I have an imaginary friend in childhood? Not that I can remember, however, when I was really little, maybe I did. We've had a little intruder. So no, I don't believe I ever had an imaginary friend. Do your siblings sometimes make noise when you're doing voiceover streams or videos? Yes. Yes, they do. And for the most part, you can't hear it because my room's pretty good at hiding noise, but yeah. Duck or chicken? Duck. I love ducks. I actually, there are 2 that come up just a few feet away from us, and they'll let us feed them. I love ducks. I've named him Howard. I really like that name. They've recently taken to perching on roofs. So I didn't know ducks could do that, but Howard loves to perch on roofs. Morning or afternoon? Afternoon. Because it's a little more chill around that time of day. My lamp turned off. I don't know what's wrong with this lamp. It's weird. It turns on and off. and I don't touch it, so let me go fix that real quick. I know it ain't on a timer now. What kind of foolishness? Oh. I think my bulb was loose. That makes a whole lot more sense. I should have just checked that before. This emoji or this emoji? Probably that emoji because I'm crazy, and that pretty much describes my mental state of mind in the evenings. Coffee, tea, water, juice, or soda pop? Tea. Tea. I drink tea every day. Yeah, and my teacup's empty right now, but after this video, I'm gonna go make some more. Coffee's probably the second best because I don't drink soda pop. I do like it, but I just don't drink it. Do you play any sports or instruments? No, I really don't. I've had people tell me I could play sports, but I'm really not into the whole getting my limbs, you know, broken or I mean, I suppose it's fun, but the risk of getting hurt is pretty high, so I'd rather not get hurt. I think I'm just gonna stick to drawing. And I don't play any instruments currently, although sometime soon I may be learning to play the guitar. I don't know, that's a possibility. What are 2 ways you would describe yourself? Fun and crazy, sometimes.
I will get you.
Sometimes. How's Floof? Floof is fantastic. She's actually sleeping under my desk right now, so just living the dream, man, living the dream. What's your favorite food? Okay, I got blessed because my mom cooks almost every meal. And it's all amazing, so it's hard to name a favorite. When did you start drawing? I've been drawing since I was just little, but probably I really started getting into drawing when I'd say about 9 is when I really hit the drawing phase, you know, getting better and leading up to now. What's your next goal? My next goal, my dreams and goals. Okay, so I really want to be an entrepreneur, and I'm thinking about opening some memberships, you know, because I would love to just work from home, work for myself. I'm thinking about opening some memberships for, you know, maybe younger children through the age of maybe 12 or something, and then my thought was do some crafts and things, just lots of different crafts and DIYs in a membership. But I think my dream would be to be an entrepreneur because that way I can incorporate even my art. So I would just have so much fun with that. How tall am I? Okay, so before I answer that, I want you guys just to, for a second, guess how tall I am, and then I will tell you how tall, and I want you to put in the comments how tall you thought I was. Because I will say I'm taller than average, I think. I think. But I had the thought, you guys have never actually seen me in real life, only on the camera, so maybe I look taller than I am, maybe I look shorter. So you guys just guess. I'll give you a minute and then I will tell you. Alright, made your guesses. I am 5'8" Yes, I am. Why are you an amazing artist? Practice. Practice every day. Sometimes you cry and throw away all your art that you just made because it's disgusting. And then you just start over and you do it again and it gets better every time. It's a lot of practice. I mean, it really is. If I took all my practice, I don't think I could fit it in one giant U-Haul truck. I'd probably need a lot. Do I read books? Yes. Yes. Don't let these looks deceive you. I am an avid reader. I love reading. Happiness or money? I think I'd choose happiness because I would still be able to find a way to make money. What did you think you'd be when you grew up, when you were little? Okay, when I was little, I thought I would grow up to be a vet. It's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a vet because I loved animals. And then I got older and I realized I don't like blood. And I would rather not work in a place with lots of animals. Because I mean, I like dogs, but come on. Vets don't just... There's other animals. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to be a vet anymore, but I did. When I was little, I wanted to be a vet, which is kind of cute that I still remember that. Any tragic, funny, sad childhood story you can never forget? Girl, there are a lot, but I will give you one that I will never, ever, ever forget. Okay, we're gonna label this as a tragic for me because I was probably about 5 or 6, all right? Now, where I lived at this point of time, we lived on a golf course. And we had a pretty nice yard and a really big deck, and I would go outside and I'd play in our little water table, you know, and I had all kinds of toys, right? I was really into Dora for some reason. I think we were all into Dora. I really think we were, but anyway, I had a Dora doll. It's fully plastic. She had a swimsuit on, so, you know, I'd play with her in the water. She's one of my favorite toys. She's probably about that big, maybe about a foot tall, you know, not, maybe a little shorter than a foot tall, right? Fully plastic. I played with her in the pool. Loved her so much. Well, my dad mowed. He was mowing the lawn one day, and I was inside, you know, playing, and I don't know how, but Dora made it into the yard and was overlooked, and Dora died. Dora died, and I remember my dad stopping his lawnmower, and he came into the house, and he told me, I was so sad. I got into the yard and there was just a pile of plastic chunks. Dora scattered everywhere. It was pretty tragic. So yeah, that's one story I will never forget. If you could only use one art supply for the rest of your life, what would it be? Paint, because you can do so much with paint. I do believe I would use paint. Either that or polychromos, but I might go with paint, because paint's really, you can do a lot with paint. Do you like cats or dogs more? Dogs, hands down. First of all, I like cats, they're kind of cute. Sometimes they're creepy and scary, and sometimes they can hurt you. Also, I'm very allergic to cats, so I don't really have a choice. Well, I kind of do have a choice, but I like dogs a lot. If you had only 10 days, 15 hours, 20 minutes, 3 seconds to live, and everything you owned was gone, and all you had was a turtle and a frog hat, what would you do? That's oddly specific. Okay. Alright. So I wouldn't have anything except for a turtle and a frog hat. I'd spend some time with my family, right? And then I would go and visit all my friends who I haven't seen for 6 years. I'd go and visit my friend first. Then I'd go visit my other friend who I haven't seen for 3 years. Really miss her. And then I would go visit some family members that I haven't seen for probably about half a year. You know, I'd just go visit everybody that we live so far away from. Spend time with my family. I named the turtle Fred. I would let him go so he could live his own happy life. And the frog hat, don't know what I'd do with the frog hat. I think I'd give it to the turtle. I'd give it to Fred, and he could go live his happy little life. Why did you name Floof Floof? Actually, her name is Tessa, but I call her Floof because she's so floofy. It's ridiculous. So why not name her Floof, right? Why do you post Kyler very rarely in the community tab? Usually I think people just want to see Floof, but if you guys want to see more of Kyler, I'd love to. He's such a little cutie, and I have so many pictures of him in my camera roll. I would love to post more of him. Have you ever drawn a self-portrait? Yes, I've drawn 2. Not very recently though. I should draw another one just to see my progress. But yes, I've drawn 2 self-portraits. Do you sing or dance? I do. But like I said, it's not really some place I would go to, or it's just something I do on my own, no teaching or anything. How did your family react when you reached 100K? They were very happy for me. They were very excited, especially my dad. Every night he'd ask me how many subscribers I had, right? And then whenever I reached 100K, he was so excited. They were all very excited. How old is Gerald? Gerald is probably about a year old. He's not that old. Do you fight with your siblings? No. No. Why is Floof so cute? I don't know. Does Kyler like to swim backwards? I wish. That'd be cool to see, but no, he doesn't swim backwards. He swims forward and then he's just lazy and lays on leaves and stuff. Waffles or pancakes? Waffles. I love waffles. They have little cups for the maple syrup. Like, it's just perfect. Waffles. Are you a foodie? Yeah, I love food. What drawing do you think is your best drawing? I actually have a lot that I really like, but I really like this galaxy horse right here that I did. I really like that one. And I really like, okay, one of my favorite, you know what? One of my favorites right here, hands down, probably one of my favorites. Jeremy. Jeremy, this drawing, one of my favorites. Absolutely. Are you a self-taught artist? Pretty much. I have read 2 books on art and I have watched a few lessons on Skillshare, but that was just within the last month or so. So technically, I mean, I would go as far to say that I really am self-taught. What's your favorite book? I really enjoyed The Secret Bridge by Amy Lefevre. It was so good. And I also really loved Girl of the Limberlost. I forget who it's by. But it's such a good book. What's the weirdest medium you've ever tried? Once I tried to paint with strawberry pulp. Not gonna lie, it did actually kind of work, but it was kind of weird. It turned brown after a while. I had to throw it away. What's my least favorite food? Okay, there's this curry. It's really not my favorite. It's chickpea and sweet potato curry. I just don't like the taste of it, but other than that, there's really no food that I don't like. What do you do with muffin heads or people who are paninis? You mean like people who are mean? For most part, I just ignore them. You know, paninis won't be paninis, right? Nothing we can do about it except ignore them and don't feed the energy. I'm not gonna feed the flame. Why are you so amazing? You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Can you make Oh My Word merch? Sure, I've already made a sticker. By the way, if you haven't, check out my swag shop. I have a lot of merch. And with all the art that I've done. Does Kyler have a girlfriend? No, he doesn't. There's only one beta in the tank. He does enjoy chasing the other 3 little fish around though. Very much so. If you were to paint with something with the potato, what would it be? Ooh. I'd paint a potato with a potato. What's your most used emoji? Probably the heart. I can't tell right now because I don't have my phone to look at. Oh, you know what? Let's just go to emojis. Let's see. At least from my computer. What do I use? Yep, the heart. It is the heart. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, I use the heart a lot. Do you think space stuff is cool? Absolutely. I went through this phase where I just loved galaxies, and I still do. The reason I love them so much is just because of the color combinations. Like the fact that in space, they're just, it looks like watercolor, but it's real. There's so many colors, purples and blues together. It's just gorgeous. I love space stuff. I love it. so pretty. Have you ever painted a painting of yourself painting a painting of a painting? No, but I should. Has anyone in your family met a Karen? Don't get me started. And it was me that it happened to. Alright, buckle your seatbelts and get your tea. It's not that dramatic, but I'm gonna make it dramatic, okay? I'm out of tea. Alright, so here we go. A couple of months ago, right? I was at the park with my siblings. We had our dogs, and I had Floof, and the park is all fenced in. There's mulch, there's your basic playground equipment, right? Well, right next to the gate that you walk into, there's a little dog station with doggy poop bags. So there are no signs that say no dogs in the park. We would pick up after them. I've seen lots of people go in the park and just bring like their little dogs, you know, nothing big. And there really was nobody there. There was probably like a few other kids that my siblings were playing with. So there were no little kids that would, you know, step in puppy landmines if Floof chanced to lay one. Plus I would just pick it up, and she had been to the bathroom even before we went in there, so I knew nothing would happen. Well, anyway, we go in, she's completely fine, she's just having a blast. She loves actually sliding. I will physically put her up on the playground equipment, and she will go down the slide on her own. It's adorable. I need to tape a video of it. But so over on the far side of the playground, there is a bench, and on the bench is sitting a woman. And she was probably, Lord knows, probably in her 60s or 70s, with her son sitting next to her, who was probably late 20s, maybe 30s, right? And she addresses me. Excuse me. And me being respectful, y'all, I'm not disrespectful to people older than me, okay? I try so hard. Stay respectful to your elders. You can scream into your pillow later. Alright, so she goes, excuse me. So I said, yeah, and she said,
you know you're not supposed to have dogs in the park.
And I said, well, there aren't any signs that say that is okay. There aren't any signs that say no pets. There are some puppy bags right there, and she has just been to the bathroom. She's done both. You know, I don't know exactly what I said, but she is not going to hurt anyone. She is completely fine. And she said,
well, some kids could step into it.
That there were hardly anybody there. I'm serious. She wasn't doing anything, and she wasn't with anybody except her 30-year-old son sitting next to her. Hadn't said a word, by the way, just looking at me. So I say, it's fine, it's okay. She said,
well, are you with someone? Is that your dad over there?
I said, yeah, that's my dad. And she said,
well, you need to take them out of the park.
And I just turned away. And I think you probably could have fried an egg on my forehead because I was so mad. Because there was really no reason that I couldn't, so I kept her in the park. I did. I put her in the swing, and I was just kind of swinging her. And y'all, I was swinging her in the park because I put her in the baby swings, right? Tessa loves that. So I looked over, and I swear, she could see right through my soul, but I didn't care because, well, I wasn't breaking any rules, right? And I wasn't being disrespectful to anyone. Plus, I was with my dad, and he was completely fine with it. My other siblings, there were a few kids. There weren't like little kids traipsing around everywhere. Plus, there's no way she was gonna go potty, and she never did because I took her before we went in, so. Yes, I have met one. Now, I do want to put one other thing. I don't really like the stereotype name that they give these people. I do understand the stereotype, and I understand people giving it a name, but I don't agree with calling them Karens because I feel like they could have picked any name, seriously any name, and I think there could be some bullying going on just with people who just have that name. Like, that could be their name, and they're just a genuinely nice person. So, I feel like I do not like the name that people have given the stereotype, but I do know the stereotype and I do acknowledge it. I just don't like calling them Karens. Who's the dumbest person in your family? Everyone's so smart. Dumbest probably would be Tessa. Or my snail. Might be my snail. I have a snail. Might be him. Do you watch musicals? No, I don't watch musicals. You know what? No, I have been to some. I've been to 2 actually. It's Sight and Sound, and they do Bible stories as musicals. It's actually pretty good. We went, it's up in Branson, and it's pretty good, actually. New medium you've been dying to try. Okay, so I just recently saw these, and I don't know if this counts as a medium, but I recently saw these highlighters that you can erase, and I want to try them so bad. I want to try them so bad. If you could go anywhere in the world and do anything, what would you do? Where would I go? Okay, all right. So if I could go anywhere and do anything I wanted to do, I would go to a bank, right? And I would take all the cash because, you know, I could do anything, right? So it's not illegal. Take all the cash, it would be mine, and then I could go live a wonderful life, you know? Maybe move to the Bahamas, one of the islands, just live a coastal life. You know, I keep my YouTube channel, you know, I keep doing this, but I do that. That's what I would do. If you could have any career, what would you choose? Entrepreneur, which most likely I am going to be. Why did you start making YouTube videos? Because I wanted to grow a YouTube channel and I wanted to put my art out there. I think, for one, it has definitely inspired me to keep drawing because, you know, I've got to put out videos. It keeps me going with my art and everything, and I love it. Everybody's so nice. I'm burning up. I gotta turn this fan on. Would I ever quit YouTube or art? I mean, I guess I might, but right now it's looking like we're gonna be doing this for a while. When did I first get into art? Ever since I could hold a drawing device. Ever since I could hold one. What emoji do I use the most? The heart. If you're deserted on an island for a year with only a sketchbook and art supplies and could take only one reference, what would it be? I think the reference would be of home because I'd be lonely, so I would draw home. And then when I got home, I would give everybody the pictures of home. Also, I could draw the island because I'm on the island, so, you know, there'd be so many things to draw. If you could have any breed... This lamp is killing me. What do you want from me? I think it's about time I got a new lamp. I really think it is. I think this one's biting the dust. How long have you had Floof? I've had her since I was, oh goodness, probably 5. Probably 5. What's your favorite catchphrase? Please say, oh my word. Okay, I have a couple, and since I'm sort of southern, they're gonna be kind of southern. So I love to say, I'm fixin' to. Now I say this sometimes like, I'm fixin' to, or it's fixin' to is usually what I say. And I got this from my grandfather because he'll always say, it's fixin' to rain, like it's going to rain. And so sometimes I catch myself saying that, and I'm not even thinking, I'm just saying, looks like it's fixin' to rain. And then, yeah, oh my word, I say that a lot, oh my word. And then I say, it's raining cats and dogs, and something's faster than grease lightning. Like, if I'm comparing something to being faster than something, I usually say grease lightning. If you could say, how old are you? I've said this a lot of times, but somehow, not a lot of people are hearing it. I'm 16. What is your favorite art material? I don't know. Right now I'm really into colored pencils, but I don't know. I like just the plain old pencil. You can do so much with just a plain pencil, straight up. You can do so much with it. You know what? I think that is all the questions. I think we made it through all the questions, and this video is now just about 35 minutes long. So Thank you for all your questions. I had loads of fun answering them. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you got to know me a little better, and comment whatever you want in the comments. Whatever. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!